So you're really gonna let a 16-year-old like me pass you up in SMA, huh? Okay, actually this video is not gonna be about me bragging or flexing or anything like that. I'm just gonna be going over some of the best tips I've found while doing SMA, and I recommend this even if you have no clients, if you have a few clients, or if you have a lot of clients. It's gonna be useful for anyone. So if you watched till the end and you like what you saw, which I guarantee you will, make sure to hit the thumbs up for me, guys, because it's going to show it to more people in the SMA space so that they can learn from it too. So with that being said, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. So I'm going to split this up into two main things that I've found while going over. So first of all is just like this schedule and what environment you're putting yourself into. So obviously, being in the right environment and having a schedule that works for you is super important. Now, before I get any further into this, I'm not going to say that there's like this exact certain schedule that's going to get you to all your goals and get you all these different things, because unfortunately that does not exist. But what I will tell you is that if you try out a lot of different things and find out what works best for you, you're going to be able to see the most results. So the first step of doing this is literally going and writing something down like on a physical piece of paper or in your notes app or something like that, and going through all your different times. So say I'm at work here, and then I get back home and I do outreach for 1 hour, and then I talk to clients for half hour here, and then I go to the gym after that, and then I come back and do more outreach now, and then I go to bed, something like that, where it has all the times, how long you plan to do everything for, so that you have your whole day mapped out and there's no confusion on what you should be doing. You're able to spend your time wisely and not be procrastinating or anything like that. This has been such a big help to me. And so with that being said, you can have a really good schedule and have everything written down in perfect times, but it's not always going to be easy for you to stay motivated and get it done. There's always a lot of distractions around you. So let me tell you a quick story that's helped me sort of like get through this. So there's a super busy businessman, right? And he decides he wants to get out of his workplace and take a nice vacation. So he flies to a really nice beach with his family, and the whole time he's there, he keeps thinking about work, right? He's super concerned about it. So he flies back, he gets back to his work, and now he's at work, but all he can think about is going to the beach, right? So a lot of us can kind of relate to this situation where you're working, but you're thinking about something else, or you're doing something else, and you just can't stop thinking about work. So this is a controversial tip, I'm not gonna lie, but I found it works super good for me, is that at the end of every day, I use some sort of reward of something that I like to do to finish my day off for two reasons. Number one is because, you're rewarding yourself for doing the hard work of the day, there's something that you're building towards. And also because it really helps to take your mind off of like all these different work, reaching out to these clients and doing all this stuff, and it helps you get that off your mind. You can go to sleep, get a good night's sleep, and then boom, next day you're totally ready for work. You're ready to get at it. And this has honestly worked so well for me. And I mean, what I mean by something fun or recreational to do is like if you have a fiction book that you like to read, or a video game that you like to play. I'm not saying that you should let it dominate your time by any means. Don't let it be any longer than like an hour or anything like that, but something that you do right before you like go to bed, or just at the end of the day to take your mind off it, works super well. It's honestly helped me improve how effective I'm able to use my time when I am working. And so a second little part to this is that Saturdays I also like to spend doing fun things. If there's any like dire questions, any clients I have need answered, then I'll answer that, but I like to spend my Saturdays doing fun things, take your mind off work. Sundays I don't do anything related to work. I'm just focused on relaxing my mind. Not because, it's like just, oh, I'm all lazy, and nothing like that. It's because you're relaxing your mind in order to get prepared for the week coming up in front of you. And so there's sort of like, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but there's definitely a toxic hustle culture that's been forming in the last few years of you need to be working and doing all this stuff. And if you take any time to sit back and relax, then you're lazy and all this stuff. But this is not the case at all. I mean, there's certainly a few people out there that are just able to constantly work nonstop towards their goals. If you're like that, then totally go out and do that. But I mean, most people like myself, unfortunately, I'm not able to be working 24/7 towards landing clients and getting money and all this different stuff. So definitely take time to rest yourself, and it's going to make yourself more effective. And there's actually been a lot of studies done that show like the human brain literally cannot be working on the same task for a certain amount of time. Otherwise, you can still be spending time on it and you get nothing done. So this is something huge that I totally recommend that you get into your schedule. But with that being said, I'm going to move on straight to the second part of this. It's something I touched a little bit on in my last video, but a lot of people, including myself sometimes, make these totally random excuses for why we're not able to get the work done, when in reality we have to go and do it. And I can back this up because I get so many DMs and comments about how do I start doing this, or how do I get this done, or all this stuff. And the fact is like, you just have to go out there and do it. So I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you guys that a lot of you are not ready to hear, unfortunately, but it's the truth, right? You gotta accept this and work with it. But the fact is about, in terms of learning and getting a new skill down, such as SMA, 10% of it is learning from others and 90% is actually going out and doing it, right? So if you're all concerned about, oh, I need to watch all these YouTube videos and learn and take this course and do all this stuff, and it's like, that's like a small part of you actually going out there and learning it, right? If you're not going to go and do these steps, you're not going to be learning anything close to where you need to be. And I can back it up. A lot of people do this. I even catch myself doing it at times. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this honestly is probably some random excuse that's not even gonna happen. Maybe I'm telling myself, oh, I should be trying to get on a call with this client, but I'm too afraid that they're gonna reject me, or they're gonna say no, or that they're thinking that my voice is gonna sound too young. It's like, okay, but chances are none of that's actually gonna happen. And so the way that you really have to get past this is, yeah, sure, it's going to be scary at times. You're not going to think you're going to be able to do it. There's a lot of unknown steps to this process. But you have to really be thinking about, okay, what's this all about, right? Am I really willing to put in this work to make a successful business and to earn all this money? And if so, then you should be focused on that when you're doing these small steps in order to be working up to the bigger goal, okay? So just be willing to put these excuses out of your mind of things that most likely aren't actually even going to happen. And just be willing to go out there and learn, okay? Learn, do these steps, because that's the only way you're gonna get better, right? I was definitely at a point probably around almost 6 months ago where I was afraid to even reach out to one business because I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, what if they reject me, and what if they say that they don't have any time to do a meeting with me or something like that? And the fact is it never actually even happens, okay? All these things that we have in our head that stops us, all these random excuses, most of the time it doesn't even happen. And I mean, on a side note, this isn't just an SMA, this is in a lot of different parts of life. But yeah, if you want to hear more about this, check out my other video because that was super good. But either way, guys, so I'm super excited for some of the stuff coming up that I'm about to share. Make sure that you guys stick around and watch more of my videos, subscribe, all that stuff, because I have such good information to share, guys. And so yeah, if you found what I said useful, please hit that thumbs up so more people see it, guys. I'm trying to help out as many people in the SMA space as I can. And yeah, with that being said, make sure to follow my Instagram, leave a comment, send me a DM. I will literally respond to every single one. Try me on it, okay? I will answer everyone. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys.